Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aries, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Aries, let's get started. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, nice. So we do have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Typically when I get this card, it kind of reminds me of the King and the Queen of Cups in tarot. So you could be dealing with a water sign strongly, so a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but I feel like you mean well and I feel like they mean well. I feel like your heart's in the right place, and I also feel like this person's heart is in the right place. So far so good. Now we're going to see how you're currently viewing this relationship. Once we're done, we're going to jump over to your person and see how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. How does Aries currently view this relationship? All right, Aries. So we do have the Page of Pentacles. We do have the World, okay? And then we also have the Sun. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Tower out here. All right. All right, so with the Tower to the World coming out here, Aries, I feel like your life is drastically changing, but I feel like your life is drastically changing for the better. It just kind of looks like things, you know, for you have been extremely hard and have been extremely challenging, but I do see things finally getting better for you. I am definitely getting that. So this year alone could have been very, very challenging and difficult for you, but it kind of looks like things are starting to finally get better. It kind of looks like things are starting to finally, you know, play out in your favor. And I feel like you're really, really happy about it. You know, I feel like all this time, all you've wanted was a freaking break, okay? It just kind of looks like you were experiencing one thing after another, and it kind of looks like you're finally getting a break. It looks like you're finally getting a break, but I feel like these hard times are finally over, specifically what I'm getting for you. You're noticing things drastically getting better in your life, and it's making you feel like, okay, the hard times are finally over. All right, so far so good. Let's look at your person. How does this person currently view this relationship? All right, so we have the 10 of Swords, we got the Page of Pentacles, and then we also have the 5 of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Page of Wands, we also have the World, and then we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like when you were going through these hard / challenging / difficult times, I feel like there was somebody by your side every step of the way, constantly trying to like uplift your spirits and encourage, you know, you to just keep going and don't give up. I just kind of feel like the amount of things that you were going through, Aries, wanted you to kind of just give up and throw your hands up. But it kind of looks like you had somebody here by your side that was constantly encouraging you to just keep going and don't give up, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. I keep getting, it's going to get better. It's going to get better from this person. This person could be a friend of yours, possibly even a family member of yours, maybe even a romantic interest. You know, that's definitely a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. But yeah, I am definitely getting that there was definitely someone by your side every step of the way. Yeah, every step of the way, encouraging you to just keep going and don't give up, and, you know, things are going to get better, you know, just have faith, you know, things like that. All right, so far so good. How does this person currently feel? Okay, we have the 6 of Cups, we got the 3 of Wands, and then we also have the 2 of Swords out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Justice card. Okay. All right. So in regards to how this person is currently feeling, I feel like due to the amount of things that you are going through within your own personal life, Aries, it did start to affect your relationship with this person. So there's a possibility that you were just going through a lot of shit in your life, to the point where you were just so angry and frustrated that you may have went as far as to, like, you know, take it out on them. Not meaning to or anything like that, but you may have taken it out on them in your relationship, you know, with them, because I am definitely getting that this person's noticing that things are getting better between the two of you. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that you were going through the things that you were going through, and you were constantly stressed out, angry, and frustrated. And like I said, there could have been, you know, a point where you could have definitely took it out on this person. I just kind of feel like you were just so angry and frustrated with, things constantly going left in your life to the point where you feel like you couldn't even freaking catch a break. You know what I mean? But yeah, I am definitely getting this person's noticing that their relationship with you, it is drastically improving now that things are starting to kind of like fall into place here. Between the two of you. Now, I do want to look at this Two of Swords energy. Tell me more about the Two of Swords. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands to the Ace of Cups, and then we also have the Knight of Cups. I'm also getting that this person's really hoping that you see how much they really love you and how much they really do have your back. I don't know if that's something that you've ever questioned in the past or anything like that in regards to them, but I am definitely getting this person's really hoping that you see how much they really do love you and care about you and how much they really do have, your back. I am getting that. So I don't know. It's kind of making me feel like maybe you questioned, if this person really did love you, cared about you, had your back, but they're really hoping that this definitely highlights to you like how much they really do love you and care about you, because it kind of looks like when you were going through the things that you were going through, like they were always there for you. They always had your back. They were always looking out for you. They always tried, their hardest to, lighten the load for you. You know what I mean? So they're, yeah, like I said, they're really hoping that you see like how serious they actually are about you, how much they really do love you and care about you, and how much they really, really do have your back. Okay. How does Aries currently feel? We have the Nine of Swords, we got the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Ace of Swords. There's some sort of like, there's some sort of clarity / truth that's coming to light. Is basically what I'm getting. And I feel like it's going to obviously, I really want to look at this Ace of Swords because I am definitely getting some type of like clarity / truth is coming to light. I am getting that. I am getting that. Let's look at that. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. All right, we have the Page of Swords. We got the Eight of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Cups. We got the High Priestess, and then we also have the Five of Wands. Okay, so let's talk. Which kind of makes sense as to why I was getting that energy for them, because I was like, why am I getting that for them? Going back to like what I said, this person's like really, really hoping that you see how much, they really do love you and care about you and how much they really, really do have your back. Because it kind of looks like for a while, you found yourself essentially feeling, thinking, and believing that this person didn't really love you. They didn't really have your back. They didn't really care about you. And I think that because you went through what you went through, it caused you to see who truly does love you and who truly doesn't. It caused you to see who truly does have your back and who truly doesn't have your back. Does that make sense? And I feel like this person to the right of me that you thought didn't really love you or cared about you or didn't really have your back, actually does have your back, actually does care about you, actually does love you. And I'm just kind of getting like an energy of you kind of feeling bad. Is like the best way that I could put it. It's an energy of you feeling bad. It's an energy of you realizing that you are actually wrong about this person. This is actually somebody who does care about you. This is somebody who actually does, have your back. And I feel like the way things are playing out is causing you to realize like, damn, like, I shouldn't have treated this person this way. I shouldn't have spoken to them this way. I shouldn't have thought this about them. I'm kind of getting that. I feel like you're recognizing, where you kind of went wrong in this entire situation. Because I am getting that a lot of you thought, that this person didn't really love you, cared about you, had your back, things of that nature. And I feel like due to the way things are playing out, it's causing you to realize like, damn, like this person really does have my back. Damn, this person really does care about me. Damn, like this person you know, really is serious about me. I just kind of feel like you're realizing that you were kind of like wrong about this person this whole entire time. And one thing that I do love, Aries, about you is that you're owning up to it. You're owning up to it. You're owning up to it. You're owning up to the fact that you're wrong about this person. And you're also owning up to the fact that you shouldn't have, I guess, treated them the way that you treated them. Because I am definitely getting that because you thought they didn't have your back, you treated them a specific way. You know what I mean? However, that specific way may be. Whether that was just you being very guarded with them, you pushing them away, you know, things of that nature. But yeah, I just kind of feel like you're not only are you owning up to it, because you're realizing like, damn, like, you know, like they really do have my back, they really do care about me, like what was I thinking? I also see you having a conversation with them about it. I see you having a conversation with them about it because you're definitely realizing, you know what, this person does have my back. This person does care about me. And it was wrong for me to like assume that they didn't. It was wrong for me to not only assume that they didn't have my back, but also treat them and speak to them as if they didn't, when in all actuality, they did this whole entire time. It's basically what I'm getting. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right. What actions will this person take? All right, so we do have the Fool, we have the Seven of Swords, we also have the Tower, and then we also have the Justice card. Okay. So in regards to how this person plans on moving forward, I think that this person, you know, because I think that, you know, for starters, a conversation is going to happen here between you and this person. A conversation is definitely going to happen here between you and this person. This to me feels like an energy of you realizing like, damn, like I was really wrong about this person. This person really did have my back. They really did care about me. Like I shouldn't have treated them this way. I shouldn't have spoken to this person this way. I shouldn't have pushed them away. Like they really did have my back. They really did have my back. They really did care about me, you know, and loved me. I do see this person also owning up to the fact that they know, you know, that they weren't the best with you. I also see them owning the fact that they weren't perfect. I'm also getting that, you know, off of this person as well. So in other words, this person understands why you could have thought that, you know, they didn't have your back. You know, this person understands why you may have thought that they didn't really love you or cared about you. It's like this person is trying to understand like what would cause you to possibly think and believe this about them. I am definitely getting that. I am definitely getting that. It's like this person's trying to understand like why you would possibly think and or believe this, you know, about them. So they do understand. I am getting that. What could have led you to think and believe the things that you thought, you know, about them. But it looks like, you know, this whole entire time, you know, this is somebody who has always had your back, always loved you and always cared about you and was always serious about you. But they understand that they may have definitely given you reasons to think otherwise. You know, this is them, you know, owning up to the way that they went about this, you know, dynamic here between the two of you as well. But if it's one thing that, you know, I will say is that not only are they owning up to the things that they've done that would lead you to think and believe these things about them, but they are standing, you know, 10 toes down on the fact that they know, you know, that they love you and that they care about you and that they would always, you know, be there for you and have your back, even though they have possibly said things or done things to cause you to think otherwise. So it's like everybody's taking accountability here, you know, like they're taking accountability for the things that they said and did that led you to think and believe the things that you thought and believed about them. But you're also taking accountability as well. So this to me kind of feels like the two of you are starting to essentially realize this truth about one another. Going back to like, you know, what I said in the very, very beginning of this reading, okay, with true love coming out here. Your heart has always been in the right place when it came down to them, and their heart has always been in the right place when it came down to you. Granted, were there times where you may have made it seem like you didn't really love this person or cared about this person? Sure. It doesn't necessarily mean that, that obviously was the case. Same applies for this person. There could have been times where this person made you think, believe, and feel like they didn't really love you and or cared about you. But at the end of the day, this is somebody who does care about you. This is somebody who does love you. And this is somebody who, had, your best interest at heart this whole entire time. I just think that the two of you are finally realizing this truth about one another, that at the end of the day, this person's heart is in the right place when it comes down to you, and your heart is in the right place when it comes down to them. And I just think that that's like, what you guys are basically realizing now about one another. All right. What actions? All right, so we have the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, and then we also have the Magician. I like this. I love the way that this is all, playing out, especially with the Eight of Cups coming out here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. The 8 always goes to the Ten of Cups. So I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I just kind of feel like you just want the both of you to just kind of leave the past in the past. You know what I mean? Just leave the past in the past and just simply get back to like being happy. You know what I mean? With one another and appreciating one another, and continuing to be there for one another. I think that this truth that's coming out about the both of you is causing, the both of you to want to leave the past in the past and just kind of focus on manifesting and creating the life that you guys truly want and desire with one another. Because at the end of the day, your heart is in the right place. Their heart is in the right place. I just kind of feel like at times it was very hard for the two of you to think that way about one another, believe that way about one another, and feel that way about one another. But towards the very end, we actually see the two of you genuinely thinking and believing like, okay, like this person does have my best interest at heart. This person does love me. This person does care about me. Their heart is actually in the right place. Like I see the both of you looking at one another in that manner. So now that this entire situation between the two of you is, finally getting resolved, I think that the two of you are going to get back to just focusing on making one another happy and just simply being happy with one another, because at the end of the day, that's what you want and that's what this person wants, as well. All right. So with that being said, Aries, that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.